Do you think if I posted a photo that says BLM, that I could get my pro-Trump, anti-BLM friends on Facebook to click like? Some think no, but I did. A cognitive influence. I manipulated them and caused them to click like on a photo of Black Lives Matter. So why did I even think about this? So I've been studying a lot about the brain, and I've been making videos helping with PTSD, suicide, stress, and anxiety. And I've talked somewhat about how we need to cognitive exercises that also strengthen the prefrontal cortex, because it'll help us discern when we are being manipulated, because there's multiple organizations out there trying to manipulate us for something. CNN, Fox News, all those have an agenda. They frame stories, they have agenda settings where they tell you parts of the truth and manipulate it to cause an influence, which you have marketing companies that are influencing you to want to buy things. They understand how the brain works. And I've been reading a lot of articles on cognitive warfare, really kind of got interested in how Russia attacked Crimea, Latvia, and things like that. And how they were involved in the 2016 elections. And they talk about a mimetic warfare. And you still see it now today. You know, there's so many memes that are being shared all over. And the only way we can stop this war is for us to all take a stand and stop sharing. Let me show how easy it is to influence people to click like. So I learned something pretty interesting the other day as I was studying the brain, that it's called the love-hate circuit. So it's part of they call it the putamen and the insula. That area is responsible for love and hate. And so whether you love somebody or you hate somebody, that area fires up. But what is very interesting that they found out is that when the brain sees a stimuli and they love it or they really like it, the neural pathways between that area and the prefrontal cortex and influencing the action is weaker. It's fuzzy. So that's why when you love somebody, you are less critical of them. They can have faults and things like that, and you're going to ignore them. And when you hate somebody, it's really fire and strong. And that's why you can pick apart and look for the faults in everybody. You're just really tearing those people apart when you're showing hate. It's just the way the brain works. And those who do cognitive attacks, they understand how the brain works. And then they go and they influence you to do what they want you to do. And so I was like, let me try that.
That's for them. This is our target. Our goal is try to make them Black Lives Matter. We are going to target the love-hate circuit and make them love. Them click on Black Lives Matter.
My daughter had a Black Lives Matter shirt on, so I got a picture with it. How can I get the love circuit going so they're confused and they're not thinking right and they're just focusing on that love? I crafted the post in this way to really get at their heartstrings. You know, I'm talking about a loving father, daughter, PTSD, veteran, war, blah, blah, blah. You know, he's deployed. She never knows when he's going to deploy again. You know, emotions, you know, stuff, you know, really hard patriots, you know, strong Republicans. We love our country. So that triggered the love inside their brain. And then what I noticed is a lot of my hardcore conservative friends that are always posting stuff against BLM, they clicked like and some clicked love. I've never seen them share or say anything positive about BLM, and I was able to manipulate their behavior and cause them to click like on a photo that had the letters BLM on it. If someone as simple as myself has the ability to manipulate behavior, just think how bad it is with the highly trained individuals that are manipulating everybody right now.
I did this to get everyone's attention, because those who share fake news like this indirectly influence actions like this. To shed light that Russia planned this, and they are using you to share this, and you do not realize it.
All the riots and the hatred we have right now, just looking on social media and what's going on, it is motivated, and the emotions are firing up because of these memes. And the only way we can stop the violence from happening is stop sharing these memes. What they use a term called useful idiots. That was way back, like about 50 years ago, they were using that word, and that describes somebody who's sharing something, not realizing that they're a useful tool being used by somebody else to share a political agenda. And if you really look at it, when you were sharing those memes, you might as well grab a Russian grenade, walk up to a group and throw it at them. That's what you're doing. So if you want to continue to share fake news and memes created by the Russians, created by their enemies, why don't you just go get yourself a Russian uniform and put that on? You act like you're so patriotic and that you love our country, but you keep and continue to share memes that are false and they are inciting anger. and you do not realize that you need some emotional regulation, and you don't realize that you are sharing fake news created by our enemies. Think about that next time you share.
We all can make a difference and stop sharing fake news. We must do like Latvia did when the Russians attacked them. Education, they taught their population how to be more self-aware, to understand their bias, to critically think about this things they were seeing, and to realize that what they are seeing is actually an act from an adversary attempting to influence their decision or someone else's perception. Change will be hard for some. And first, you need to recognize that as humans, we all engage in irrational thought, and it's influenced by the society that we live in. It'll take some practice, but you can learn to become self-aware. Understand your emotions, understand who you are, and learn what makes you who you are. This website right here is a good one to go to learn some tips and techniques on how to identify fake news, and then also how to protect yourself for it and how to really determine if this is fake news. Some fact checker websites out there, but sometimes when I use those, I like to fact check the fact checkers, because sometimes you can find that maybe they are a bit biased as well. We're all in this together. However, some psychopaths, sociopaths are going to continue to share these. They claim to be patriots, they claim to love their country, but they will continue to share either on purposely to incite hate, or maybe they're just not strong enough to overcome their emotions. Folks, it's really not that hard. When I saw this fake tweet going all over my feed from multiple Facebook friends, it took me less than a minute to find the original and identify that it was fake.
Just stop it.